So it being quarantine season at the moment, I want to go through 3 free-to-play games that I would recommend you guys picking up during this time. And I think these are the ones that I've enjoyed most recently. I know there's a bunch of free-to-play games currently at the moment, and probably everyone's going to say, well, you should have picked this one, you should have picked this one. I'm just focusing on things that maybe people haven't picked up yet. One of them I think everyone has already played yet, so there's that. But these are just some of the ones that I've enjoyed recently, and I think you guys should maybe give a try. And the first game I'm going to talk about is the game I've been playing the most often, especially during this quarantine and especially with friends, is Call of Duty Warzone. Yes, I never thought I'd be playing a Call of Duty game ever again, but here we are, and it's an online battle royale game. What the hell has happened to me? Look, you probably already heard this, but Call of Duty Warzone at the moment is the biggest game right now. I know Fortnite's a big thing at the moment, and there's obviously loads of different battle royale games, Apex Legends, of course, and I've tried majority of them, and I never really got into the battle royale. There wasn't one that suited me or one that I found like me going, I need to play it. I need to play this game really like everyone else in the world. I need to play this particular type of game. But friend of a friend and my close friends have all recommended to play Warzone, and I tried it, and I really, really like it. Now, playing this game solo, I would not recommend. I don't think you get half the fun of what you should get with Warzone when you're with friends. Playing this game with friends is an absolute blast. It is just so fun to jump into a game with over about 150 players in Warzone at any one time, and playing through this and how tense it is and shouting at your teammates or friends, whatever you want to call them, is such fun. The reason why I like this so much in terms of other battle royales is that there's a lot more on the map that you can do. There's contracts to pick up, which are kind of in-game missions that you can do during the matches themselves. You got vehicles as well, which add a new kind of dimension to it. You can pick up helicopters, you can pick up cars. They're obviously very useful, but they're also things that will make you very wide open. Everyone will hear your chopper, everyone will hear your car, so you kind of don't want to use them, and at the same time you do want to use them if you want to get to safety. But on top of this, the gameplay is great because it's using the Call of Duty engine that's been used in the recent Modern Warfare, and you know what? It works really well. If you played recent Call of Duties, this is that engine. It works fantastically. The only downside with Call of Duty Warzone at the moment is that there's a lot of hackers at the moment. There's tons of compilation videos at the moment of people just hacking Warzone with aimbots and winning quite easily. Hopefully they clamp down on that. I personally haven't been, I guess, attacked by a hacker yet in Warzone, so there's that for reassurance, but there are a lot of hackers currently going through Warzone. That's one thing to keep an eye out on. And the second thing is the servers on this game are unreliable, and it can get laggy, and the games can crash, and you could just go into weird bugs that happen all the time in the middle of online matches, and it can get very frustrating. These normally happen during peak hours, so just keep that in mind. But besides the kind of flaws it has at the moment and the kind of overload of players that are getting through and clogging up the servers, if you do actually get to play this game for a couple of hours, I'm pretty certain that you would love it. On top of this, if you want to play with friends, you can play cross-play on this as well. So I've been playing with people on PlayStation 4 while I play on PC, and I know Xbox can do the same thing. Obviously, there's a bit of a disadvantage there if people are playing on console, but we normally don't mind. We're just there to kind of have fun, and that's why we enjoy Warzone, because it is a lot of fun. Second game I want to talk about is a game that's been out for many, many, many years, and you've probably heard this been recommended so many times. And in fact, it's actually my favorite free-to-play game I've probably ever played, just because of the sheer amount of content in it. It's Warframe. Possibly the hardest game to sell to people is Warframe, but in terms of summarizing it, it is an online third-person shooter that has gunplay and melee play, if that's a word. I don't think that's a word, but it has guns and melee. You're basically a space ninja, and you go through various different levels, collecting gear, acquiring new items, leveling up, getting new cosmetics for your Warframe, getting new cosmetics for your ship. There's so much to do in Warframe and so much to collect in Warframe. It is a looter shooter at the end of the day, so if that kind of thing turns you off, then you probably won't like Warframe. But what Warframe is, and one of the things I love about this game, is that you don't actually get to see why Warframe is so special and why so many people recommend it. And one of the things that not many people know about Warframe is that the story in Warframe is actually really, really good. I know when you first start playing Warframe and the first couple of hours, you have no idea what's going on, and a lot of it doesn't make sense, and there's all sorts of questions in your head, like, why are we fighting these, and what's this faction we're fighting, and why are we here, and like, there's all those questions. But risky, in a way, Warframe decided that, you know what, the players that stick with this game for a long period of time, you're going to get slowly rewarded with storyline and actual quests that are one of the best quests I've ever played in an online, especially a free online multiplayer sort of MMO game. The story in Warframe is hidden, but once you start getting into the story and it starts opening up to you and start doing these amazing, amazing quests that I've been on in Warframe, and they're continuously adding more and more stuff to this game, and it's insane how much stuff that's in this game already after so many years. There's just so much to do with this, and I implore you to give it a go and stick with it, because if you stick with Warframe, you will be rewarded. It's not just a saying. I'm not just saying that to kind of say, oh, it's just a great game and you play looter shooter all the time. And yes, it's a grind. This game is a looter shooter. It's going to be a grind, but you will get rewarded with interesting things the more you play this game. I'm not just talking about items, I'm talking about an actual story and an actual reason for playing this game, and to keep you glued to why this game is special. The 411 with Warframe is that the players who have played this for more than about 30 to 40 hours realize why this game is special, and the people who haven't will probably say it's just another boring looter shooter. If you don't like looter shooters, that's completely fine. But with Warframe, there's a lot special about this game. And the thing about it is, it's not given to you straight away. A lot of these games that are free to play will give you all the features that you probably expect from a game, like a storyline or a villain, or some reason to why you're doing what you're doing. But with Warframe, you don't get that straight away. But it slowly starts to open up for you the more you play this game. And the more you play of it, the more you start to understand this universe and how complex it is and how interesting it is as well. Warframe is a great, great free-to-play game. And the third game I would recommend, and it's a bit of a hard sell, and it is still a hard sell to me, but I have been giving it a go recently again, is Crusader Kings 2. I think recently in the last year it came free to play on Steam. Essentially what Crusader Kings 2 is a strategy game. You get plopped into a different part of the world, a real world map, and you start off kind of however you want. You can be a nobody, you can be the son of a king, you can be the son of a nobody, and work your way up to be a somebody, a king, or someone who's in charge of a county, and then eventually they battle with another county, and then the king of that country sees that you're a really good county man and makes him your royal guard of the army, and you get to be in charge of the army, and then you accidentally stab the king in the back, and then you become king. There's a lot you can do in Crusader Kings. It is a simulation of war. It's a simulation of conquering different nations. And if you've ever liked Civilization or any kind of grand strategy games, this 100% I would absolutely recommend. The problem with Crusader Kings 2 is that it's very complex and there's a lot to learn about it, and I'm still trying to learn different things about it, but I still enjoy what happens in this. It's completely random sometimes, all the events that happen in it, and there could be countries like England that take over France, and they could take over the whole of Europe or something, and like it could be completely random what happens in this game, but I enjoy it a lot. And if you do like Game of Thrones as well, there is an actual Song of Ice and Fire mod that you can use, which recreates the whole of the Game of Thrones map, like the whole thing, and you can start at certain points depending on where you want to start off in the books. And I've also played that as well, and it has real world characters in in that as well. So you can play as any of the houses. You could play as Lannisters and just hang out in King's Landing and see if you can conquer the North. There's loads and loads of mods like that for Crusader Kings 2, and it has unlimited amounts of potential. And on top of that as well, Crusader Kings 3 is also coming out very, very soon, hopefully this year, I believe. So if you want to kind of get scrubbed up on how Crusader Kings 2 works, it's absolutely free to play. It used to be a full price game and now it's completely free to play. So I would absolutely give it a go and just see if you like that kind of thing. It may not be your cup of tea, but at least give it a try. And that's the 3 games I would recommend you guys playing during the quarantine. Obviously, there's a bunch of other free-to-play games, and you can list them down in the comments of the ones you think are the best. That's absolutely fine with you. These are just my personal picks of ones that I think people should try and give it a go during this time of panic and disorder, I guess. But in all seriousness, I do hope you're feeling safe and sound, and I do hope you enjoy the future content on this channel that's coming out in the next few weeks. I will be putting out as much as possible, and hopefully you all enjoy the videos as well. But thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time.